It is a beautiful day and we've got a brand new bike to unbox. This is the RFN Apollo Aries Rally Pro. I've had my eyes on it for a while now. It's $200 more than a Surron, so let's see what you get. Whoa! Whoa! This feels like unboxing an Apple product. Ooh, that was smooth. It's a pretty cool charger. It's got your display, and then you get to choose between 5 amps and 10 amps by pressing this button. So I'm going up to 10. Sort of similar Surron style brakes, big, knobby, chunky tire, and quite a beautiful red sprocket. It doesn't match the red of the bike, but for a stock bike, that's pretty swaggy. In order to put the fender on, I needed to take the battery out, and I am so regretting that. It's really difficult to put this battery in. These two brackets bolt through the side, and I just can't quite figure it out. Finally figured it out. I would not consider this an easy battery to swap, but I'm sure with some practice I could be faster. It's funny how beautiful and modern this bike looks, and then the pegs look like they're off a fucking, look like they're off a vintage bike. You can see like the shitty welds. It just doesn't match the bike at all. Alright, I actually have no idea how you're supposed to get this on. No kickstand for today. I really like how this bike looks, but I just confirmed that it's not available to buy yet. When they release it, it'll come with a black seat and Marsaki front forks, which is pretty cool. It comes with a 72 volt 35 amp hour battery, which is about the same power and capacity of an upgraded Surron battery, but this one comes out of the box. Let's just give it a rev before we go for a ride. Yeah, that's actually a little less powerful than I was expecting, but we'll see how it feels when it's on the road. That's crazy timing. Jim just showed up.
What's the weight?
Feels heavier than a Surron for sure, putting it on the stand. Yeah, I feel it.
Oh, yeah. It's a 72 volts. So
yeah.
It makes sense that it's heavier. Are we going to rip it?
Let's do it, bro. Come on. You're good on the Surron?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'll let you ride this, though. To get it started, you gotta hold both brakes, and then the controls here, it feels like you're on like a Nintendo Switch. The two power modes are rabbit or turtle, and the way to know which one you're in is which one's moving its legs. It's so cute. So here that we're in rabbit mode, and then you've got this launch button. That's only 15 seconds. That's when you get your full power. I don't know how I feel about that. We'll see. Here we go. We're gonna just start out in rabbit. Definitely feels a little bigger to be street riding. than the Surron. The Surron I feel like is low profile. This is a little more in your face, but we're on our way to a dirt spot. It's nice. This is really nice for right out of the box. This is pretty good. And the thing about riding in the street is that the top speed that you want in the street is going to be way higher than the top speed you want in the dirt. This is a dirt bike. You don't need to go 100 miles an hour in the dirt. So, you know, a 50 miles per hour top speed, I'm not quite sure what this is. I'll have to test it. Actually, it should be up here. So whatever that speed is, that's the rabbit mode top speed. Let's go into that rocket button. This is the boost mode. Here we go. You don't really notice a huge difference in the boost mode. Alright, the boost mode's a little underwhelming. Here we go, wheelie time. Oh, it has the brake sensor in it, so it's hard to balance it. Here, let me take it out. They don't make it easy on this one. That's one thing I like about the Talaria is the brake sensor, you can just unplug it. This one I think I have to go take it out, like on the Surron. But the only way to turn the bike on is by holding both brakes down, which requires the brake sensor. So how do you deal with that if you want to wheelie it? Okay, if you wheelie with just the throttle, no brake, you can hold it up. This is only throttle. I feel like this is exactly the same speed and power of a stock Surron, but because it's bigger, it feels a little slower. Oh no, it's probably faster. I gotta race Jim at some point.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, whoa, so the Surron's off at the line, but then we're pressing the boost button. There we go. The boost button's what we needed. So that's really interesting. So when you're in like the standard sport mode, which is the rabbit, it's slower than a Surron. And then you press the boost button, now you're faster. Oh no, it's private. Let's see if we can get in up here. Oh, it always looks way more accessible on the map. So this is 3 spots now where we should have had trail access, but it's private property. This is why I ride street. It's all we have for the most part. Most people live in an urban area and there just aren't trails. I kind of want to make a video about this because people are always shit on street riding, and I almost feel like there's a certain amount of privilege in that because not everyone has access to nice trails. Everybody has access to the street. Yes, there's some dirt. Let's get it, baby. So this is full throttle. I'm full throttle right now. I don't really feel like I need the boost mode, but it's definitely not overwhelming the amount of power. This is all full throttle up until here. Wow. Yeah, the suspension is not as cushy as the Surron, but maybe that's a good thing, so you're not bottoming out all the time. Yeah, I feel pretty confident on this thing. It's solid. No rattling. Oh my god, I can't believe I have this trail so close to me. I'm gonna come here all the time. This is my first time here, so I'm glad we get to share this experience. Ooh. Pretty high bushes. Wow. This is fun. Wow. I don't off-road very much. I just got so much air on that. But I'll off-road. This is fun. I feel like when you're off-roading, you kind of want the bigger bike. I like the small bikes for the street stuff. I really do. I like them for wheelies and stuff. But when you're out here, I feel like this is a good size. It's definitely bigger than the Surron. Oh, here we go with the private property. Whoa. Look at that elevation we just climbed. This thing's sick. I'm super stoked on this bike. I had low expectations. I really did. I thought it looked cool in the pictures, but I was expecting it to ride like shit. I'm actually really enjoying this. Having these big chunky knobby tires, super nice going downhill in the dirt. I'm so used to riding my supermotos in the dirt, which you're not supposed to do. It's so nice. And like, what else can you do this on? What else can you ride from your garage? Okay, besides the Surron, obviously. Like, what else can you ride from your garage to somewhere like this and not, be pissing people off? We pissed one dude off. Okay, now the view's good. I get to look at Jim's ass. Yeah, you know, the regen's nice. You hit the brake levers and you can feel it regenning in the rear wheel. But they need a little bit of work on that tune, because when you let off the brake, you can feel it kick in a little bit. I'm hitting the boost button. Oh, wait, okay. That might be a little more than I can handle in the dirt right now. Really not a dirt rider, but I want to be one someday. Howdy. He was cool, he was cool. It's actually kind of nice the amount of power it has for more of a beginner like me in the dirt. It's like you can full throttle it and it's not gonna knock you off. Unless you go into the boost mode. It's actually pretty powerful in the boost mode. Here we go, boost mode. Wow. This is fucking nice. Wow, I'm a fan. I like this bike. This is staying in my garage. Oh, that was a rookie mistake. That's staying in my garage. It's super sexy too. It just needs a controller upgrade so that I can start it without holding the brakes down, which means I can take the brake sensors out and I'll have it be boost mode all the time. This is on, so
what do I need to know about it?
it's the same shebang.
What's the rev thing?
What was that?
What was the fast mode?
That's the boost mode if you want to try it. Yeah, but you'll be in the fast mode.
Heavy.
You know, it feels heavy, but then once you're riding it actually feels really light. This feels different, getting back on the Surron after the RFN. Feels a lot more narrow. No, the Surron's definitely faster off the line. That acceleration I just did is faster than the RFN, unless you're in the boost mode. I think it's funny, it's a 72 volt bike, it's a bigger bike, but it's slower than the Surron in sport mode. You're only faster than the Surron 15 seconds at a time. So then the question is, would you rather be faster than a Surron for 15 seconds at a time, or just always as fast as a Surron? That would stump Confucius for weeks. I'm glad I'm ending this video on a Surron because it gives me some perspective. I would recommend the Apollo, okay, what is it? The RFN Apollo Aries Rally Pro. That's a long name. I would recommend that bike to any of the bigger guys or any of maybe the more serious off-roaders. I did feel a little more confident on the bigger bike. But, I mean, I've seen some dudes rip Surrons in the dirt where I don't think they need the bigger bike.
It would be nice to put a different controller on it.
That's literally my conclusion. I recommend the bike, but I think it needs a controller. I think it's got everything else going for it.
It's so killer.
Yeah, isn't it cool?
I'm impressed.
It also just looks cool, and I gotta give them credit for that. Ever since the Surron came out, I've had trouble finding any other bikes visually appealing, but I really like the look of this bike. As always, thank you so much for watching.